What's up, everybody? G-Fire Productions in the place to be, Superman First Class in the mix. And today we're gonna talk about how I stream to Facebook Live through OBS. Let's get it. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Gerald with G-Fire Productions. I'm excited to share once again. This video was motivated by a whole lot of DJs asking me pretty much the same thing over and over, like,
how do you stream to Facebook through OBS?
So I'm here to share that with you guys, and I'm excited about it once again. So before we get into our content, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and of course turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of these cool videos coming from G-Fire Productions. Let's get it. So the first thing we're going to get into is the hardware aspects of it, and it's really two things that I really gotta kind of hook up to get going on Facebook Live through OBS. And the first thing I'm going to talk about is the mixer. Now tonight I'm using a very simple mixer called the Yamaha MG10XU because I'm just mostly doing a tutorial here and talking head type stuff. But if you are using a DJ controller, MIDI controller, or some kind of mixer, digital, analog, that has a USB out of it that you can hook up to your computer, then you can get OBS to recognize that device as an audio source. I want to show you guys the mixer on a shelf just a little bit closer, so check this out. There it is, everybody, the Yamaha MG10XU. And as you can see, every time I talk, we do have some metering on the mixer because this is what's going into my computer through a USB cable. So I'm going to flip this carefully around the back. There it is, the back of the mixer. I do have the USB coming out, and it's kind of coming through suspended in the air past the couch arm here and right into an adapter. So this is a USB-A to USB-A female, and then it's going right into the USB-C ports of the MacBook here. Now I only have USB-C inputs on mine. You may actually still have USB, I don't know, but this is what I have. And this other cable here, all that is the cable that is currently hooked up to this cell phone so I can get this to act as a camera. Again, if you're using a DJ controller, it really doesn't matter. That's just how it works. Now the other side of the hardware is pretty simple here. Now I have two more USB ports on the other side of the MacBook. This one right here is just simply the power cable. It's plugged into the wall over there somewhere. But this one here is going from USB-C to HDMI. In my case, you might have VGA or display port, mini display port, but either way, you need an adapter to get your video. So this is a HDMI cable that goes across the floor, up the wall somehow, and right into that TV. So when I'm going to DJ, what I do is I have OBS as a control of the scenes that I've created to stream into Facebook Live. So I also use Facebook Live as a monitoring source to make sure everything is going well. And also when I'm in Facebook Live, people are then able to chat with me and I could do a quick response. So this is how it works for me. I simply grab these two and drag it up onto the monitor, just as you see here. And then of course this screen, some people use Google Chrome, but I use Safari to do my streaming because it works better for me, I guess. And there it is. And then down here, I will simply go in and open up Serato DJ. Now there's no DJ controller hooked up to this at the moment, so don't be confused. I'm just putting it up here to show you guys. This is my basic setup. When I have my DJ controller hooked up, I have Serato on my screen so I can then look at you guys at this camera here, and it looks like I'm looking at you while I'm looking at Serato, so to speak, kind of like this. You know, I'm kind of glancing up at the camera, but I'm also looking down at Serato, picking a song, and then I'll look back at the camera. So it's a quick up and down, and maybe not as noticeable, you know, but this is the setup. So Serato on the Mac, OBS on the left up there, and Facebook on the right, and that's my flow. So let me get you a screenshot now of that TV monitor. Okay, so now that you guys have a visual of what I see up here on my screen, so you're gonna see me looking up a lot at this point. Basically, you got OBS over here on the left and Facebook with Safari as the browser over here on the right. That's the way it works for me, okay? And what you have to do is set up Facebook Live. So I'm gonna go here to my personal page, Gerald Reddick, and then I'm gonna scroll up until I can get to that point of setting up a live video like you see right there. Once this pops up, you're gonna notice a few things. So here's what's happening. You have a screen here. This is Facebook's monitor screen. You can blow that up if you want to, but I don't need that. I don't really like that. I only use this to make sure I could just see OBS streaming. So at the moment, there's nothing coming in from OBS, so it's black. The other thing you'll notice is the go live button here on the bottom, but I can't even select that. I couldn't go live at this point if I wanted to. OBS requires a stream key, so I'm gonna highlight that, right? So you have three options: a paired encoder, use a camera, or a stream key. But since we're using OBS, I'm going to use a stream key.
Where do I get this stream key from?
Well, basically, I'm gonna go down here and copy it. If you're in the active window of, say, your browser, then all of the browser options like Safari is up here selected. So to get to OBS, just click somewhere in the dead space there, and now OBS and all of its options are available. So to get this stream key that I've copied into OBS, all I have to do is click on OBS up there, Preferences. This window opens up, and then click Stream. The other way I can get to this window here is right down here in the lower left side of OBS. There's a settings button. All I have to do is click right there, and up there, click stream, and I get to the same window. So you have options, as you can see right here. So let's go ahead, delete all of that, and I'm going to Command V for the MacBook and paste my stream key from Facebook that I've copied into OBS. Now we're going to say OK. All I can do now is start streaming from OBS to Facebook. Now what's happening is the blue go live button here is now activated. I could click this and go live. And what you also see here in the Facebook viewer down in the corner there is what's happening up here in OBS. Now make no mistake about it, this window here will be delayed. That's just how it is. Usually about 20 seconds. So let me put in a little test title here. OBS to Facebook test. We have a title, we have an activated go live button and a viewer window here. And we have already started the streaming from OBS over to Facebook to get all of this going. So let's go live. Boom. So here in a moment, you're going to see in the viewer window that I'm going to have a live tab right here. And because I'm recording this video, I'm not sure who's going to pop on and say what's up. But notice now that I'm live, I have an actual chat screen right here. So if people started to comment here, I could say hello back while I'm DJing and stuff like that, right? And also right here, you can see that it is live. So that's another indicator that you're alive. Plus this button here says in live video. In OBS, I have several scenes that I've already created. I have a wait screen that I can show people now that I'm live. Like, hey, I'm about to go in a mix here in a little bit. I could talk in the background of this or play music. Another thing that I could do is start a countdown. Now in OBS for me, this countdown has an automatic transition that when it gets to 0, it's going to automatically switch to my main screen. And here's where I usually do my introductions. I'll be like, hey, what's up? I'm Gerald. I'm going to talk about this, or I'm going to get into the mix. And while I'm talking or start the mix, 30 seconds after this main scene here starts, it's going to automatically go to my ticker. So here's where you get the G5 Productions. My DJ name is up top there. And I have a website scrolling, you know, so if you want to check us out that way, right? So always advertising from this point out. Now, when I'm finished with my live video, all I have to do is end it. And I can end it in two ways. Simply click on stop streaming or end the video live. So let's go ahead and end the video since we're recording this for YouTube purposes, right? So I'm going to end the video. If you choose to end it in Facebook, it's going to ask you, are you sure, pretty much. So I'm going to end it right there, okay? And, you know, how do you like the quality? You can rate it if you want to, but here's the actual video post. So that's what I've just recorded. Let me get you back up here on the TV. But the other way you can end it, in case you didn't see that in this video, is just simply stop streaming OBS. Boom. It's kind of like hanging up the phone. Stop streaming OBS, it hangs up on Facebook, so to speak. That's pretty much how I get things going if I want to vlog or if I just want to start DJing. That's pretty much what I do. So let's go through maybe a couple of more scenes that I've created. One of them is a split screen. So the purpose for the split screen scene is I usually have another old phone like this on a stand, and it would be looking at my DJ controller. So when I'm mixing and scratching and pressing buttons and turning stuff, you know, you could see me like I'm dancing, having a good time. I'll maybe looking down, turning buttons, trying to keep you guys a little bit engaged, right? And also you got a little advertisement up there on that particular template. So what I do here is one source is the camera, as you can see right there. And what I do is I actually resize Facebook somehow to make it actually fit. So there it is, party people. I hope you guys got something out of this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and of course turn on the notifications so you don't miss any videos when we crank them out. I'm Gerald with G5 Productions, and if you want to know more about us, hit me up at www.g5productions.com. Let's party.